Now, welcome to Trailer Talk, where we're going to discuss the new Indiana Jones 5, the Dial of Destiny trailer. And I'm going to let you open up. What did you think of this trailer? What do you think about this movie in general coming up?
I hate the name. Let's start there. I'm sorry. Dial of Destiny. It sounds like an old phone, or dial H or M for murder. You know.
Dial I for Indy?
Dial I for Indy.
It's a strange name.
The name is. I know some of the other names are. I mean, but the other names are such like huge
names.
Things, like the Temple of Doom.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That sounds like an adventure. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Sure,
yeah.
they've all kind of been.
The Last Crusade. Those sound like grand adventure names. Just the Dial of Destiny. The problem is the word dial.
It kind of gets associated with old school phones, right?
It does.
I know there's some younger audience members.
Or sundials.
Old school phones?
I don't know.
You know, when you used to have to
dial. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the whole dial thing in general. I don't like that word in there. It doesn't ring grand adventure to me.
Did you just make a ring?
No, it just doesn't. It doesn't sound grand adventure to me. I mean, Temple of Doom.
I don't know. Destiny.
Raiders
just using
of
the word.
The Lost Ark. The Last Crusade.
I don't know, but anytime you put Destiny in there, it's.
But they could have put Destiny in there and said something better than dial. I don't know.
I think it heavily implies time travel, as does the trailer itself.
Those can't all be flashbacks, right?
I don't know.
Right. I mean, it does look like the de-aging, they're doing better.
They did better in Willow.
They did. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, another time. But actually, Willow impressed me with the de-aging for the first time out of Lucasfilm in a long time, I think.
Where was this de-aging technology when we needed it?
Yeah.
Look at Hayden's face. Look at it!
You mean it's just Hayden's face? His 40-year-old face?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, the de-aging looked really well.
It looked all right.
I don't like it being... the closer it gets to modern times, the more I don't like Indiana Jones. It feels
That's why they're going back to World War II.
Time travel, yes.
Because otherwise, this movie should be set in, the 60s, 70s even? Mm-hmm. And that just doesn't feel Indiana Jones.
It feels adventure back then. It feels like there were things to explore and discover. In the 60s, it's just like, 60s.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it should be set later when you consider 40 years since Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, the last one was set in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, yeah, but the timing the scale is all messed up. I'm just saying, if you're looking real time, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981, here we are 41 years later, it should be
we're not doing that.
Yeah, we should be in the 70s or 80s even.
Don't even do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that they brought back Sala.
Yeah, that was cool.
I thought Sala was cool. The villain, though, he looks amazing.
You just love Mads Mikkelsen.
What's not to love? I fell in love with him watching Hannibal, and he has never disappointed me. He was born to... He's one of those characters, like you talk about so many times, that was born to play the villain. Yeah. And he's playing Voller, who is a Nazi.
Born to play a villain.
I don't think you can say that word too many times in a YouTube video.
I think I did it twice. That's probably...
It's probably
past the limit,
capped.
Yeah.
He's a part of the German regime.
I think that's just as bad in some ways.
I don't know. But it's like they had to go back in time because they needed a villain that people could all rally behind.
Against. Not behind. You're starting to sound like a certain celebrity I know.
I don't mean
not that
like
I personally know, but know of, yeah.
Me loving Mads Mikkelsen does not... No.
I know, different. I know, and I think 99% of the audience know that, yes.
But no, they're definitely going back in time because they wanted a villain that everyone could hate together. And what
better villain than the N guys?
The bad of the bad. Yes. Because that's what we have to do. It does look like time travel is heavily involved. It does also look like there's some possibly Greek or Roman mythology going on here because some of those runes, they kind of remind me of that architecture style.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I am not a study of ancient mythology and architectural differences in cultures. A lot of fancy words there, sorry.
No, actually it wasn't. That was the lack of fancy words that gave you away.
No. One thing that I really am not enjoying right now watching this trailer is the aging heroes syndrome. Why do I have to watch everyone I admired when I was a kid, when I was younger growing up? Why do I have to watch movies where they're like, look... You weren't
even born when this first movie came out. I was, barely.
I just don't like to see heroes and characters that I fell in love with when I was a kid. Why do I have to watch them get old and possibly die? I don't even know.
So that the torch can be passed and the quote-unquote franchise name can stay alive.
Indiana Jones for me was 3 movies. That's all it needed. It was fantastic.
3, you say?
3, yeah.
I didn't mind Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I didn't mind it, but again,
I didn't think it was the best.
No, and he didn't pass the torch.
He did pass the torch. What are you talking about? He passed it to Shia LaBeouf.
He didn't. He took his hat back from him at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, it's heavily implied that Shia LaBeouf was going to be the next Indiana Jones,
but
which was the whole point
Shia
of that
LaBeouf
movie.
Now, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's whatever.
I know. They could have recast
I don't think he was the best choice for Indiana Jones, even at the peak of his popularity, which he was in 2008 with Transformers and everything going on.
Well, just let Tom Holland do it. He does things now.
Here's my problem. I hate to say this because I love Indiana Jones. Again, my childhood, and I can't even tell you how many people, just looking at trailer reactions, just, looking at the trailer on YouTube and reading comments and, just echoing that. It's my childhood, which is, of course, what they're trying to play on here, right?
Absolutely. Why do you think the action figures just came out?
Yes, of course. I mean, there's a reason why this movie is being made, and it's not because we have the best Indiana Jones story to tell with a 80-year-old Harrison Ford. I'm not saying this movie won't be great. I'm not saying I don't love Harrison Ford, and I know he wants to do this, which is part of the reason why it's being done.
Yes.
I'm just saying Indiana Jones is not a franchise to me. It is a character. And
Correct.
The character, he is too iconic. He's one of those roles, one of those actors who just embodies the character he plays. It should end. That's my opinion.
There's no reason to drag it out and rake him over the coals.
Well, not only that, but to pass on the torch. It's heavily implied we're going to have another. I don't want to get into leaks and rumors. I want you to go in. If you want to go into this movie blind, that's fine. But it's heavily implied the torch will be passed to a new quote-unquote Indiana Jones.
Well, they tried to do it in the last movie, so it's just implied in general because they tried to do it then, and they haven't done it yet. So why not do it now and then give the new torch bearer a Disney Plus show where we can weekly enjoy the adventures of new Indiana Jones? And I don't want that.
I don't need that.
Just like I never watched the young Indiana Jones. I'm sorry, I never watched.
It's actually pretty good.
I never watched them. I mean, Harrison Ford wasn't in it.
There's actually books and stuff too.
Either.
Indiana Jones. I mean, which are all about the Harrison Ford character. Obviously, my point is Indiana Jones to me. You can technically call it a franchise, yes, but my point is, it is a character. It is him. It's not like Star Wars where we are in a whole different galaxy. There's multiple different characters. There's multiple different ideas. No, Indiana Jones as Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones.
Right. So how do you even pass the torch and make a franchise named after? It's named after a singular titular character here.
Yeah.
You can't call a Disney Plus series Indiana Jones and have somebody else being Indiana Jones.
That is exactly what they're going to do.
That's not going to be their name. It's not Indiana Jones anymore.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Or Junior Jones, if you go by his biological name.
Yeah. Called the dog, and No, I'm not saying this movie won't end up good. I'm not saying I won't end up liking it. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying the trailer didn't pique my curiosity. I'm simply saying I think the intent of the movie is another quick cash grab, right? And it's to pass on the torch so that we can't let this name die. We have to keep capitalizing off it instead of just making a brand new character. We have other characters like Indiana Jones, right? That are quite popular.
Yeah, there've been plenty.
Tomb Raiders, Lara Croft.
Yeah, they mess her character up again. Why not?
Make one of those. So I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm very torn. As someone who loved Indiana Jones as a kid, who's someone who loves Harrison Ford as an actor, I want to see Indiana Jones, and the trailer was cool. But as someone who thinks some things should just be left as is.
And time travel rarely goes to plan.
When has it ever gone to plan?
Back to the Future?
I actually was very disappointed in Endgame that we brought in time travel, to be honest with you.
Anytime you bring in time travel, I just groan. I mean, they used time travel to reset things, and then things didn't happen. I got really mad with the X-Men franchise, where you watch the original 3 X-Men,
Well,
and then they're like, here's the first class, and we do those.
Yeah.
Oh, what we did was we erased those first 3 movies that you watched.
Yeah.
Thank you
Like
so
I said,
much.
Days of Future Past was one of the solid X-Men movies.
No, I'm saying it was solid.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
like movies that erase other movies. You know what I'm saying? Time travel just can be messy and sloppy, and it just creates plenty of capitalism for YouTubers, such as everyone out there, to sit there and rip a movie apart. Because if you do time travel bad, the movie almost becomes inherently bad.
It's not the great irony, bad movies lead to good YouTube. For better or worse, unfortunately.
It's fact. Once you create bad time travel makes a bad movie.
Over. You can't fix.
And it could ruin other movies.
You can't fix. Once you time travel, there's no going back. No pun intended. You've opened Pandora's box, essentially.
Well, that's why you argue that in Star Wars you didn't ever want them to do the world between worlds with time travel because it makes a mess.
It very much does. Even to go back and change things that may not have been really good, you still have to be very cautious.
Maybe the Dial of Destiny is good time travel.
A phone, the last rotary phone?
No. It's going to be like a sundial type looking thing, because they can't make it look like a rotary phone. That's too bad. It'll look like a sundial with little knobbies, and I think there's something like that in the trailer with little knobbies. Sure, let's call that the Dial of Destiny.
What did you think about Indy's... There was one thing that really kind of confused me about the trailer when Indy's like, I've seen a few strange things in my life. You have seen more than a few strange things in your life, dude.
I don't believe in things like magic. I mean, I saw aliens, but...
I've seen aliens. I saw the Ark of the Covenant.
I saw somebody rip a heart out of his chest, still beating while the person was alive.
I have held the Holy Grail in my hands. I have proof of God. Man, I haven't seen too many strange things.
I've seen mind control.
Yeah, he's seen it all. Maybe he doesn't even know what weird is anymore.
Remember that old knight from the...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's seen...
Like the immortal old knight.
Yeah, who's down in a cave and has the Holy Grail, and yeah, you've seen some things.
But I don't believe in magic.
What? that's the line right there.
It's like if Harrison Ford would have come back and as Han Solo was saying, the Force now still a hokey religion.
Yeah.
After everything you've seen, you really?
Everything you've seen,
You're an archaeologist who studies magical and mythical artifacts half of the time. That's what your big movies are on.
At least
I don't believe it.
Han gave in. Han's like, yep. Yeah, it's true.
Jones, though?
All of it.
I saw the Ark of the Covenant opened and it melted people's flesh. It must have just been radiation.
I saved my father with the Holy Grail. I don't believe in magic.
Yeah, don't believe in it. Don't believe in it. That guy with his heart torn out of his chest.
Yeah, Kali Ma. Yeah,
that's fine. Like you
believe. You have to believe.
With the things you've seen in your life, Indiana Jones, you have to believe.
Dr. Jones, yeah.
Those movies, those original 3 movies are gold, and the last thing I want is them to put some fool's gold in front of me and tell me how it's fantastic and ruin the other movies for me with time travel.
That is, you just summed up how Hollywood works. You create the gold and then you mine the gold. Mm-hmm. And that is, look, like I keep saying, I don't want to hate on this movie because I might love it. I might.
They find the gold and then they're trying to artificially synthesize gold.
Yeah, whatever analogy you want to use. I love Indiana Jones. He's one of those iconic heroes. And the last thing I need, and like I said, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I get why people hated it. I didn't hate it. I thought it's okay. I like that he kind of gets an ending that isn't like, oh, we got to kill him because he's old now. No, he goes off of Marin and everything's kind of happy, right? And now we're going to probably kill him, let's be honest.
Hey, his wife's probably already dead.
Yeah, where is she?
Where was she?
Where's the boy? Where's Shia LaBeouf
Where's his
at?
son? Oh, they probably got divorced again or something. And she went on an adventure with him, and it disheartened him, so now he's a bitter cynic of a professor.
I wonder if that gets
he's
covered.
He's going to get dragged back into adventure. Oh, boy.
Or maybe the Dial of Destiny erases Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I don't know. That's
okay, as long as it erases that but doesn't touch his earlier works, I'm okay.
It's very selective.
Erase itself in the process.
I don't know. It's a very selective dial.
The end of the movie, the screen just goes blank and says the dial was here.
I'm
sorry,
goodness.
Everybody.
Yeah, we're getting off the beaten path, so I think that's time to call it a video. That is all we got for you this time. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of the trailer. Tell us what you think about this movie coming. Are you excited? Are you kind of leery? Do you think Indiana Jones is just a character who should be kept in a museum at this point?
Oh my gosh. We'll save this title for the future just in case. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Disappointment.
No, that's probably already been trademarked by someone else. Come on now. But anyway, tell us what you think. Are you excited for this, or should the Indiana Jones franchise itself be kept in a museum? Is that where it belongs at this point?
They should. It belongs in a museum.
Yes. So leave your comments below. Let's talk some Jones. And until next time, thank you for watching.